Hello friends, today we will install Spirotrack fuel monitoring GPS tracker on Indofarm Hydra crane. So we will see the installation process of Spirotrack fuel monitoring GPS tracker on this crane. Today we will use LIGO fuel sensor for the fuel monitoring purpose. So we have to take a center point and then we have to drill it with the round drill bit so that the sensor can be installed. So this is the diesel tank. We are drilling towards the center so that we can insert the capacitive fuel sensor. Slowly we have to drill and remove the dust particles so that it doesn't go inside the tank. Now we have to measure the depth of the tank so that accordingly we can cut the sensor, fuel level sensor. So our sensor size is big and the tank depth is less. So we have to cut here and we have to subtract 2.5 centimeter. Then we have to cut using the hexa blade or any saw. After cutting, we have to wipe all the dust particles like this. Now we can insert inside the tank so that we can check whether it is fitting correctly or not. After that, we have to drill for the 4 nuts like this. Now we will use LIGO portable fuel sensor configurator device to recalibrate our sensor. So the sensor is connected to the device and the device is connected to the DC power line. Now we will click the empty button. You can see the status light is blinking, and when it gets constant it means the empty value is saved. Now we will pour the diesel inside the sensor, and we have kept it upside down and just cover the holes with the black tape so that it doesn't come out. So the diesel is full. Now we will press the empty button, full button. The status light will blink, and when it gets constant it means the sensor is recalibrated according to the tank size. Now we will connect this spring so that the sensor doesn't touch the tank. Now we'll attach the filter so that any dust particle doesn't go inside the sensor. So once we can check whether it's fitting exactly or not. After that, take the rubber gasket provided with the sensor, apply silicone paste and put it like this. Again apply silicone paste, then on top of that put the sensor like this. Now we have to tighten all the nuts provided with the sensor. So there are 4 nuts. We have to just tighten all the nuts. So the sensor is installed properly like this. Now we will go inside the cabin of the operator where we have to install the device. So first we have to open this dashboard by unscrewing all the nuts. After removing all the nuts, just gently pull out the dashboard. So here at the right side you can see the ignition socket and the engine hour meter. So just beneath the ignition socket we can find the continue power line. So the red wire is the continue power line. So by testing using multimeter we can see it's showing 12 volt without the ignition is connected. So this red wire is the continue power line, and just next to it is the green wire, which is the ignition wire. As you can see, currently it's 0 volt, and when we turn on the ignition it shows 12 volt. It means this green wire is the ignition wire. See, when you turn off it becomes 0, and when we turn on it becomes 12 volt. Now we will start the engine to get the engine meter wire. So you can see engine is on, the voltage goes to 12 volts. So this is the wire, yellow and blue. So this is the wire which will give currents only when the ignition is turned on using the alternator. So you can see 12 volt it's showing, and when we turn off the engine it goes to 0 volt. So whenever engine is on, then only that wire will give current. This is SpeedoTrack fuel monitoring GPS tracking device. Now we will insert the SIM card like this, and we will do the wiring of the device. So connect the red wire of the device to the main line of the vehicle. So that was the red wire. So we connected the red wire to that port, and the yellow wire of the device is the ignition status line, so that we can know the ignition status. So we connect to this green wire. The black wire of the device is the body earth, negative point. We have just tightened in that nut to get the ground. Now this is the engine hour wire. So we'll connect the green wire of the device to this port like this, so that we can calculate the engine hours, because in this commercial equipments engine hours is very must. Now this is the fuel sensor wiring. So it has red wire which will connect to the red wire of the device for the power, 12 volt, 24 volt, anything, and the black wire of the sensor will connect to the black wire of the device for the ground, body earth, and the yellow wire is output of the fuel sensor. So we'll connect it to the purple wire of the device, so that we can get the fuel data from the fuel sensor. Now we'll connect the GSM antenna and GPS antenna of the device, and finally the wiring is complete. We will connect this connector. And you can see the red light is blinking, and we have to wait for all the 3 lights to blink. So when the yellow light is constant, it means the device is online, sending data to the server. Now we will just move out the sensor wiring towards the sensor and close the dashboard. Now for the calibration process, we are emptying the fuel inside the vehicle fuel tank to the external tank, so that we can do the tank calibration. So we are using DC pump for just taking out all the diesel inside the vehicle, the container. Now we are using 5-liter measuring flask, and we will calibrate the tank. So pour 5 liter of diesel in this container, take the reading from the server and fill it. So we are now filling 5 liter inside the fuel tank of the vehicle, and we will take the reading after this. So we have to repeat this step till the tank is full. Again and again we have to repeat this one calibration steps and take the value. So you can see the FP value will change every time when you pour the fuel. So we have to make a chart like this. One side is liter and one side is value. So this tank is 65 liter, equivalent value is there. Thank you.